Welcome to Game Over. The Tokyo Olympics countdown for the opening ceremony has started. 24 hours to go, under 24 hours to go for the ball to set rolling at the National Stadium by the Emperor of Japan in the presence of IOC President Thomas Bach, US First Lady Jill Biden, Emmanuel Macron, the French President, and multiple other global leaders. 70 were expected, 15 will come because of COVID fears. This is the COVID edition of the Olympic Games. The Indian campaign starts tomorrow morning, early morning, with Deepika Kumari taking center stage in the women's individual ranking archery round. And this is the ranking round, so no medal round, no elimination. People will be ranked based on which the seedings will happen, and then the individual competition will start for women recurve. The same for men in the early afternoon, where Atanu Das and the men's team take center stage. Each one of them will shoot, and then 64, one will play 64, and that kind of thing will happen. So you need a good ranking to be able to get a good draw. So that's starting tomorrow morning, 5:30, 6 o'clock India time for Deepika Kumari, and 9:30 India time, 1 p.m. here in Tokyo for Atanu Das. In the afternoon, at the opening ceremony, India finally deciding to send 28 athletes. If you remember, this was a campaign that I had started saying that India should not send more athletes. 28 athletes will be participating out of 28 athletes plus officials out of 200, which is a rather minuscule team. A 10%, 20% of the Indian contingent will be there at the opening ceremony. Manpreet will obviously lead it, along with Mary Kom as flag bearers. No other hockey player of the men's or women's teams will be there at the opening ceremony. No shooter is participating in the opening ceremony. Good call, very good call, because the opening ceremony can become a super spreader. At the opening ceremony, my interest will be to see whether the king declares the Olympics as a celebration or what he actually says. It was his father who opened the grandfather opened the 64 Olympics in Tokyo. The 98 Sapporo Games was opened by his father, and now the current ruler will open this edition of the Tokyo 2020 Games in the midst of this raging pandemic that the world is faced with. So plenty to watch out for in the opening ceremony. Number of cases in the Olympic Village or Olympic stakeholders has now gone up to 80 plus, about 7 or 8 cases happening every day in the village. Another athlete testing positive. Hopefully the village will not turn into a cluster, and you've got to control these infections as much as you can. On day one, serious Indian participation, which is day after, as I said, Atanu Das and Deepika Kumari tomorrow. Day after, Ella Venil, Valerivan and Apurvi Chandela, and then Saurabh Chaudhary and Abhishek Verma take center stage in the shooting, 10-meter air pistol and 10-meter air rifle for women, pistol for men, and Mirabai Chanu takes center stage in the weightlifting department, and there we have a massive opportunity, massive chance with Mirabai, and then Atanu Das and Deepika Kumari take center stage in the archery. So much to look forward to in this particular Olympic Games. Yes, it's the COVID edition, but imagine if India wins a couple of medals on day one, what will that mean for the country? Can't wait for the action to begin, and all of which will be brought to you on Game Over. So this is your Olympic edition of Game Over for the next few days. All the updates and the news for you from here in Tokyo. So keep watching.